Hello, matey. Yes.
We're on day 3. How have you guys been surviving Comic Con? What's the experience been like over the weekend?
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been great. Lie. No, no, it's been awesome. The fans here are awesome. They're not as eccentric as in the States, I feel. Like, you get a lot more cuckoo people in the U.S. than here. I feel, oh my God, I should not have said that. Okay, delete that. No, people have been like super polite and pleasant is what I mean. And so it's been wonderful.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Cosplay is a huge part of this convention. Have you seen any good ones? Any good Overwatch cosplays this weekend?
Many.
So many.
Yeah.
Many.
Oh my God.
I love Zarya Barbarian costume.
Oh,
That
yes.
was fun.
I've seen a bunch of amazing Mercies, really great Genjis. The
black
black
and the
and
lights.
blue.
Yeah, the lights
Ooh.
up. Yeah.
That was hot.
Have any of you ever tried out some cosplay, even just bits and pieces?
Nope, because I'm waiting for the live action. If happens.
Gaku Space, such a humble man. I would love to. Somebody took my measurements once and was like, I'm going to make you a Mercy costume. And then I never heard from them again. But I would love to cosplay Mercy. Or Zarya, for that
Yeah,
matter.
Zarya will be interesting.
I'd love to have that pink hair.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
hair
cool.
is super. But I think probably would need a special muscle costume.
Yeah.
Or you
They have those.
Yeah.
or just lift the weights.
Or just act
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you're strong.
Yeah.
Do you think that Overwatch would work as a live action?
I doubt it. Probably animated series might be better.
So you're doubting my ability
Gaku Space.
to
I guess Genji won't be in the live action.
Because
but,
I'm not a big fan of Warcraft movies, so you know.
Oh my God. You're so getting fired now.
No, movie.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, so the game is amazing, but I'm not a big fan of live action Warcraft, so maybe
Animated
probably the
version.
fans,
Yeah.
as you know, felt the same.
I think you're wrong, and I think that Overwatch would be a great live action movie, and I think we would all be great in it. What? I do. I think it'd be a great live action movie. It's all about the script and the story, and Michael Chu, who's the head writer for Overwatch, is an amazing writer, and I have full confidence that he would be able to come up with an amazing story for a live action film. So
It's just
he's
the
genius.
super abilities would be pretty tough to pull off all of us.
CGI, what do you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, come on. That's easy. Oh my God, it's like amazing. It's like there was like a budget behind that movie. Yeah. The German is a little iffy that they speak. They made like a fan short film. It's like 6 minutes long. Yeah, it's really, really well shot. It's, it had a script, everything. They did a really good job. And then they made one other one, I think a Widowmaker one. The same people. Yeah, I think the same people made a Widowmaker one. So, yeah.
Some great talent behind that
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
community, isn't it? Yeah.
Totally. I'm always mind blown by the fan art that we get, how good people are, how good the artists are. It's really amazing, yeah. And how fast.
Yeah, of course.
I took a picture with Victoria Atkin and Patricia Somerset, who do Zelda and Evie Fry. And like half an hour later, somebody had drawn fan art of the characters in the same poses.
Yeah,
And like
amazing.
a really good drawing. So cool.
If you could turn yourselves into an Overwatch character, what would your special powers be? Or would you give yourself an amazing new name?
Well, I'd like to be the strongest woman in the world. It wouldn't hurt me, I think.
Yeah. I always say if I could have a superpower, I'd love to be able to be invisible, just because I love observing people, and it's better if they don't know you're there. You're not as weird. So I'd love to just be able to get up close and like watch people and be invisible. So maybe that's what I would give myself, and I think Mercy's a pretty cool superhero name, so maybe I'd stick with that. What about you, Gaku?
I want maybe a teleporter, so I can avoid traffic in LA. I don't have to drive.
But you know what's amazing about those characters? They all kind of, they never doubted themselves. They all know what they're doing, what they want. And I think that's pretty, unique
That's
about
true.
humanity, because they're all kind of, here I am, this is what I'm about, this is what I like, this is what I want, and that's it. And they act on that. And that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That you're right.
Yeah.
That's sort of a superpower in
So-
itself. That's amazing. Yeah, I'd never thought about that.
Overwatch has this massive cross-generational appeal, so as well as the cosplay, an example from myself is that my 7-year-old niece taught me to play, and she actually plays with her parents.
So cool.
It is pretty cool.
I had a baby once, parents with a baby, and dressed as a Overwatch, just a sign for the baby.
Oh my
So that's
God,
a
me
bit-
too. Did you have to sign the baby?
the baby.
Me too. How old? My baby was, the baby I had to sign was 2 months old, and they laid it down on the table. Did they do that?
This was in a sling, but still.
I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, my hands were shaking. But yeah, it's so funny.
I think it is about Overwatch that makes it have such a wide appeal.
But the community, I think also, that it's not just somebody watching something, but you're engaged in a kind of a whole lifestyle, and there's a culture now behind it, and being part of that culture. And also, I think also that these characters, in some ways, people can find their kind of own selves in aspects of their own selves in some characters. For Zarya, for instance, I've had girls coming up to me and saying, we love the fact that she's not this beautiful, strong, that she represents something else as well. And it's a certain diversity. So I think people find something, I think, in each.
Yeah. And I think also that because violence is not really in the foreground, like of course you're taking people out or killing people, but it's not really gory, it's not really about violence. So I think that, widens the pool, definitely. I think older people can connect to it better because of that, and really young kids can connect to it better. There's a fantastical aspect, but as Dolya was saying, the characters are so three-dimensional that there really are very human characteristics to really identify with, and as Dolya said, there's girls that say, oh, I don't want to be the pretty princess, I don't want to only see the princesses, or so they find Zarya, or they find Farah, and they go, oh, I want like a strong woman that, isn't, where the femininity isn't only connected to beauty and eroticism. And then there's Symmetra, who's this like architect, brilliant mind, and so there's so many different things to connect with. I think that's a big part of why it's so popular with so many different generations.
You agree?
And then the gameplay, just all the parents, they don't have they're not good at all the first-person shooter to aim people, but we have characters that you don't have to aim. So it's easier for the parents to play with kids.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys have gotten fans who come and want to meet us and say, I actually don't play, I just like the characters.
Yeah.
I just like the game. I just like the stories, the comics, the cinematics. I like what it's all about, the character design, but I don't actually play myself. So I've met a lot. Yeah, and that's so cool. That's really awesome, because I think that they've just done such a great job to make it really a rich.
I think it was like 5 years in development.
Yeah.
So it's really well thought out, and each character has a serious background story.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not just some kind of an action hero out of nothing. There is a background, and I think also very well thought out background.
Yeah.
And yet they are fictional, but they also have certain cultural traits as well within them.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
are based on reality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then I think maybe there's also an aspect, because there's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now, and since we have the internet and everything, everybody knows about it at all times, and there's an aspect of Overwatch trying to fix the world and fight the dark forces that kind of maybe also has people connect to it nowadays, where you feel like, oh, there's so much happening and you're so unsure of what the next news will be, and somehow maybe people are looking for that Overwatch, spirit in their own communities.
But also, we are going through a very big cultural change with the robots.
That's true.
There'll be more and more robots
Yeah.
and cars and everything. So actually, there will be a change.
Yeah.
So it's actually very interesting that it's robots and humanity, which in some ways is the future.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you go and prepare for
All right.
the coming robot apocalypse.
Yes.